Hi, this is Rob from Lincoln Electronics, inviting you to catch the excitement of football on HDTV. We have low prices, service after the sale, and 7 delivery are available. This month's specials: 32-inch TV for $4.99, 42-inch TV for $7.99, and a 50-inch TV for $9.99. Lincoln Electronics is your place to buy HDTV. Lincoln Electronics, 1358 Lincoln Way East, Chambersburg, or check us out online at lincolnelectronics.com.
We're now about halfway through the basketball season, at least in terms of league games, and really not too many of our teams are in the hunt right now. In boys, we have Shippensburg and Greencastle are tied with Big Spring for first place in the Mid-Penn Capital Division. Your thoughts on that race at this point?
Greencastle had a good week last week. They beat East Penn, who's ranked pretty high in Class AAA in the district, and they knocked off Big Spring, who was previously unbeaten in the league. So they look like they've gotten their act together, and Shippensburg, after a long break here, will see how they do. But that race is pretty much wide open, and I wouldn't forget about JB, who has the talent. They just haven't played up to it almost in every game.
Yeah, those three teams have one loss, and JB has 3, so they're not out of it. In the Siding Hill League, that's where the real race is, which there'll be a story in Thursday's paper about that from Joel. Local teams, Southern Fulton, Phantom Meadow, and Forbes Road are all in there with Tussey Mountain. All 4 of those teams have one league loss. I think everybody else has at least 4, so pretty wild race there. Yeah,
Southern Fulton's a surprise. They lost a bunch from last year, but Ken always has them, ready to go. So they beat Phantom Meadow there on Friday at the 2-point game. So that was Phantom Meadow's first league loss, and Tussey Mountain's the defending champs from last year. And then Forbes Road with Jesse Newman. He knew they'd be dangerous, and they're kind of playing a little bit above what you might have expected also. But it may not matter who wins the league. They're all 4 in the top 4 in the district, so that could be quite a semifinal if those 4 teams can advance out of the first round.
Yeah, and they all play each other, of course, a few more times, so
right.
Lots can happen there.
Bloody over there in Fulton County.
As far as girls basketball, Shippensburg girls lead the way in the Mid-Penn Capital Division. Greencastle's 2 games back, and Big Spring, I guess, is 1 game back. None of our other teams are even sniffing anything to do with first place or anything, so it's a little disappointing year for that.
Shooting's been a problem for all our teams. It seems like every night the coaches say we just can't make it in the hoop. So Ship has a couple scores in Angel Van Brakel and John Parsons, so that's kind of what's helped them so far.
Yeah. As far as big games later this week, Shippensburg girls have one on Friday at Big Spring. I really think if they can win that one, they're pretty much home free for that division. That'll put them 5-0 with games left against teams that they beat handily the first time.
That would really help their district seeding too. They'd really shoot up there.
Yeah.
Most of their games the rest of the way are pretty winnable.
Yeah. And as far as boys games, there's another Fulton County special on Friday with Phantom Meadow at Forbes Road. I got to get them straight because every week there's a different battle there. Phantom Meadow at Forbes Road Friday night. I'm sure the gym will be packed.
Mm-hmm. Anything wrestling?
Well, I want to give a shout out to Sean Schreffler, Chambersburg boys coach. He's had to wait 4 games now to win his 200th. Like they had a 3-game losing streak that was kind of tough to take because all 3 were excruciating losses.
Right.
They finally got that 200th win on Tuesday against Cumberland Valley. So congratulations to Sean.
He won't talk much about it, but that's a pretty good accomplishment at Chambersburg. I'm not sure the last coach that's done that there, but he's done a lot with a little, not too little, but he makes the most of what he's gotten. I don't think people realize how good a coach he is. I know every coach I've talked to from the league, always the first thing they say is Sean's, one of the best coaches in the Commonwealth. So you tend to believe the people that he's competing against.
Yeah, he's now, I think, 200 and 126 in his career, so that's pretty good against the competition they face. Nothing real noteworthy in wrestling this week. Other Shippensburg and Chambersburg and the Gettysburg duels on Saturday. They'll get a bunch of matches in there. Hopefully some good competition. But
Chambersburg plays Thursday.
And they wrestle at Northern on Thursday. They have to pretty much win out to have a shot at getting in districts, and Northern will be a key one. But I think they can get that one. I think Mechanicsburg is going to be the big one for them.
Gearing up for sectionals, Ed.
That's right. Well, they're still a little ways off. All right. Thanks for joining us. Until next week, enjoy the games.